a lot of people want to ask questions, but I'm seeing the time and we need 5 minutes for video. So I'll ask a question which is coming from someone else in the room, but it is a powerful question. So as at Indian School of Democracy, we always say we want to redefine politics. We want to reclaim the word politics. I want to ask you, as someone who's lived in a family of people who've served India through politics, that what in your lifetime do you want to start, stop, and continue as far as politics in India is concerned?
I don't want to sound defeatist, but at some fundamental level, we play the cards we're dealt. We don't get to pick where we're born, kind of what opportunities are presented at a young. After that, you can make your own life. There are people. Yeah, the mark of a good society should be lots of social mobility in both directions. Right? Then that's so. There's no question about that. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm playing the cards I was dealt. I chose a particular strategy. I knew I would have to come back, and I tried to pull it off as long as possible. And in some sense, I was just talking to my mother. We flew up together, and I said, if I look back at my life, there are many points where I could have taken different decisions, where either in money or in CEO status or some other ways, I could have been a lot further than I am now for the talent and the work ethic and whatever education I have. But in some other ways, I think that almost everything I did in my life adds some strength for me to perform the job I'm doing now, which is a very unique kind of path in life. Everybody's different, but in the 34 ministers, at least in Tamil Nadu today, I'd say that is a relatively unique path to come and sit here. And as I was saying, very few finance ministers have been reading files. And it's a very powerful post. You can effectively not just set policy, but legislate with your pen, because you just don't pass the file, and then it just stops. So, in that sense, I would like to think that the kind of very rare outcome of a guy like me sitting in a seat like this, by the grace of my chief minister who decides all these posts. Incidentally, I didn't ask for this job. I didn't even ask for finance, let alone HR and planning and all that. I asked for the temples portfolio for the HRC because of my family's legacy. Would be that, as I used to say when I was a consultant, that something looks different by the time I'm done. Right? And I just was at some other seminar with some old friends at the TIE, the entrepreneurs thing. And I said, I would measure success kind of from the bottom up. If the balance sheet and the numbers and the ratios and all look better, then that's kind of the first level of success. That's not that hard to do. I've managed a lot bigger by scale systems than this. The second level is that we have put in platforms, we have put in systems, we have put in checks and balances, new audit modality and new technology interconnect, something that makes the system function better independent of which human being sits in the seat. That's kind of the next level of improvement. The third level above that is to change the culture, is to change the kind of mindset and the way people look at their jobs and how they define success or progress. At least in the departments that I run, from my officers down to the new recruits. And then because I'm the HR minister, also for the rest of the government employment. And then finally, I say, at the end, it all comes down to people. So if I look at my career in financial services, the thing that gives me the greatest joy, I made some money, I made some changes and all that, that's great. But the people who I interviewed, selected, brought in from campuses, came to work in my teams or, in my businesses, and then are doing very well in life today in different places. They are setting the tone, changing the culture, carving new paths. That gives me the greatest satisfaction because we have created a kind of perpetual machine. It's not just about me. It's about them and then the people they mentor and they mentor also. So I think in the end, that's the ultimate. You have been a leader where you have created people like you with the value system because they believe in it, not because you paid them or you drilled it into them or you beat it into them. And then you can really take the satisfaction that this change will persist and continue after your time. So I think that's how I see it. And that's in the party, it's in the government, it's in the IT wing that I run. It's in the engagement with society. So we also started something called the Dravidian Professionals Forum, where we bring in a lot of specialists from around the world. Like tomorrow we have a session the day after with Eric Solheim and some other international specialists on climate change. Last week we had H.A. Temelkuran, the famous Turkish celebrated author. We had people from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Australia. So we are bringing this kind of global, approach to very local problems because we all have the same, as I've said in other places. Though cultures vary so much, human values are essentially the same. We all, compassion, family, kind of, a more equitable society. So I think that's the way I would look at it. I mean, different people have different goals in life, so I'm not sure that's representative of anybody else. So that's the way I would think about it.